we've got our band exercises where we are holding the band, and so we are going to go through our exercises now here. Carol's going to demonstrate, and I'll give you a few pointers and a few techniques and ways that you can teach this exercise to older adults. So our first one is our horizontal abduction. So we're going to start with both hands straight out in front. We want those thumbs up and then rotate those thumbs out just a little, and then Carol's going to pull those arms out. And a lot of these will depend on how big your band is and how stretchy it is, so you might not be able to go out that far, but just take the band out as far as you can, and you really want to squeeze those shoulder blades as you pull those hands back. One variation, if people have a shorter, tighter band, or they've got just challenges and they can't do the both together, is just do to one arm at a time. So that's working the straight arm just as much to hold that tension on the band. And you want to make sure shoulders down all the time. People will always lift the shoulders up with these exercises. So shoulders down. Excellent demonstration, Carol. And of course, tight tummy muscles all the way through and getting those shoulder blades back in place. So our pull aparts next. Bring the hands a bit closer on the band. You can do your pull apart overhead. And it's just a little pull, and you can hold it, or you can just be in and out, in and out. Up to you, just a different variation. We can also do it just straight forward with the arms. Again, shoulders down, tight tummy muscles. And one of the big things on this is the wrists. So especially when you see overhead, you'll see the bent wrists like this. No good, way too much tension on your wrists. You want to really try and get those arms and shoulders doing the work. So make sure they straighten the wrists, and you want to tell them. Often you might have to say, look in a mirror, find a piece, find a door or a glass or something reflective so that they can see, because often they won't realise that they're doing it, and they'll say, yeah, my wrists are straight. Or you'll say, look up and make sure your wrists are straight. Next one, bow and arrow, forward, 1 foot forward, 1 foot behind, and you're just pulling that back. So make sure, again, straight wrist, you're not bending that front wrist, that's your anchor, and you want to keep this elbow right up high to the side. And make sure that people aren't, often the temptation will be they'll pull this hand out to the side and they'll pull it out. But you want to make sure that it's really streamlined. So Carol's just sliding that hand in close to the chest and sort of just across that collarbone line. Thinking collar blade? No, the blades are at the back. Next one is our bent over T-flies. So we're going to hold the band straight down in front. Feet apart, straightish legs. So we'll do the straight leg version first, and so it's just a full bend over, so you're right in that straight position, and then Carol's going to lift the arms up and out to the side. Beautiful, and then back down. So all of these you can hold at the top to really increase the resistance, but most of them are just in and out, in and out. Yeah, again, she's squeezing those shoulder blades, so this is working all our back muscles. Again, tight tummy muscles, and make sure that the shoulders aren't just hanging forward, that they're keeping that flat back position. All right, beautiful. Thank you, Carol. Our tricep extensions. There's lots of different ways to do triceps, so we'll cover a few of them. We're going to start one hand up at the chest and then other down at your hip or the rib cage, and then you're going to extend that hand behind. Beautiful. And again, straight wrist. So you might see this one that they'll bend that wrist at the back. You want to get that wrist nice and straight. Awesome. Diagonal pulses. So similar variation on the pull apart. But we're going to have the hands a little wider on the band. So start with the hands out in front. And then we're just going to take them on the diagonal, up and down, and back a little. Depending on how much tension you've got on your band, you might just do a smaller motion, and you might not be able to get all the way back behind the body. But if you can, just do a little pull behind the body, and then you'll be able to squeeze those shoulders as well and get them working, as well as the arms. So shoulders down all the time, straight wrists all the time. And you can do a variation with a little pulse on either side. Little pulse. Very nicely done, Carol. And then our last one is our forward lowers. So we start with both hands up to the roof. And then we lower one hand at a time. Keep the arms straight. And you'll often see people cheating with this upper arm that's angering, and they'll sort of bring that down, or they might bend it, and they'll bend both arms. So we want to have them, all those arms straight wrists all the time, shoulders down. So they're always going to be, for every single exercise that you do, pretty much with bands, you'll have to remind your participants, shoulders down. It's a good thing to, when you're teaching a new exercise or demonstrating it, to always start with those shoulders in that right position. Are your arms getting a good workout there, Carol? So yes, she's had a good workout. So they're our band exercises when you're holding that band in your hand.
If you've enjoyed our demonstration of exercises you've seen here, sign up immediately for our online course.
That's right, we have got another 160 exercises waiting just for you. We've got a bit of everything that works, a bit of everything in the body, and is great for if you're building a older adults fitness class. So all our exercises are safe and fun and effective. We've got standing, we've got floor, partner and cardio exercises, heaps of ideas. We give you example workouts, handouts, demonstrations, technique, everything you could possibly need to put together a great band class for your older adults participants. So jump online now, head over to their website. The link is in the description down below. Also, if you are a group fitness instructor and you're in Australia, you can get lots of PDPs and CECs for the course as well. So Carol, why should people jump on and do the course now? What's your one reason?
My one reason is you will learn more about how to do bands work technically correctly.
Yep.
And you've got such a variety of exercises.
That's it. And we love bands for older adults, as you can tell from our videos. So make sure you get equipped, get trained up, get lots of ideas, and make a great class today.